Two very deep teams, great benches. Brent, talk about the mindset and the difference there between starting and coming off the bench.
You can assess, Kevin, throughout the first quarter or when it is that your time to check in the second quarter is about the rhythm of the game. What are we doing well? So when I go in, how much more can I enhance the advantage we have there? Or let's say it's a game where we're getting killed in transition. The most important thing I can do is communicate that message to the team. When we start that 4 or 5 minute stretch, let's focus on these two things to get ourselves back and righted for the rest of the night.
Oh, that's excellent. Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. Now, Leonard. After Chris Middleton missed from long range. 6 to shoot. Morris inside. Antetokounmpo defending.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
No good from Bledsoe.
I'm not sure where the lack of focus comes in there, Kevin. That's not like him. The defense is close, but there's enough space to score.
And even though he's been nagged by injury for a few years, Brent, Kawhi is still a top two-way threat when he's healthy.
Well, the fact that Kawhi Leonard could move on from San Antonio, get to that Toronto team that needed just an extra push to do something in the Eastern Conference, especially with the absence of LeBron James. Kawhi Leonard absolutely dominated last year's playoffs and took Toronto to a championship. And now, for the first time, he's had the choice to continue his career somewhere. He's going to do that back home in Los Angeles for the Clippers.
He's off on the first.
Now, the name of the game for the Bucks is defense. Very tough at the rim and challenging shooters. They have good length, obviously, out there on the wings, let alone Giannis all by himself. But defense, a big reason why last year they were able to collect 60 wins.
And the second free throw, good. And Brent, with this Bucks defense, when they're locked in, they're tough.
Well, not only do they defend, they had the best effective field goal percentage against last year. They seal off the defensive possession with the rebound. They were a top rebounding team, second in blocks in the league. As a whole package, the Milwaukee Bucks present a unique problem. Good on defense and hard to match up with Giannis on the other side offensively.
Here now, the Clippers. George with the ball. Now guarded by Middleton, the 15-footer, and again, no good by the Clippers.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you. Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Clippers with the ball after the basket by Milwaukee.
That's 0 for 4 now. Time to slow it down and maybe get the best possible shot the next time down.
And that one's good by Lopez.
Well, he could just see over the defense. The eyes to spot the open man. Giannis flourishing right now as a facilitator.
Bounce pass from Beverly. 18 feet out. Second shot opportunity. Zubac's no good.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously. Well, that's a nice toss up there, so you got to like the timing, but of course, that's Giannis. He's going to grab anything.
Here's Zubac. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. The pass to George. Over Lopez. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
What's the pick used for? It's used for separation, and Paul George got it there.
We'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with head coach Doc Rivers. What's the news, David?
Well, Kevin, he talked about his team's defensive mindset. He said they have to be willing to sacrifice a little room in the paint if it means they stay tight on their outside shooters. He said it's no secret those guys attack from long range, and that's what we've got to stop. We'll see, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Devising a strategy to take away that three-point shot. Here's Bledsoe. Paul George making his last shot. This one for 3. Lopez, no luck.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
And George, here we go. Stolen by Bledsoe. Here's Antetokounmpo. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Giannis has got 6.
I'd like to see how confident and effective Antetokounmpo could be from there. If he's got some room to shoot it, he really does need to fire away.
Zubac the pass to Leonard. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Matthews. The kick out to Lopez. Middleton against Leonard. To the inside. Bledsoe. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Bledsoe's got his second basket of the game.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Outside, George. Morris right side. Bledsoe with the rebound.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
A shot by Middleton, wide open. Here's Antetokounmpo, fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And it wasn't too long ago, Brent, we were wondering what Giannis could do if he bulked up. Well, we don't have to wonder anymore.
Yeah, I don't think we need to wonder about an MVP in the league. The curious thing, Kevin, was last year after winning that award, Giannis coming out and talking about he's only at 60% of his potential. Can you imagine what's coming down the line if he realizes the other 40? He's something else.
Free throw, no good for Antetokounmpo. I'll grade the Clippers signing of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, the grand finale of the wildest summer in NBA free agent history.
A ton of big moves. You think of the star players who've changed teams, 1/3 of the league's all-NBA selections, and 5 out of 10 of the reigning all-star starters. In the end, we saw 7 players who've changed teams, signing for over $100 million each. Put that in perspective, only 8 players had ever done that in league history.
Now Leonard, after the missed 3 from Lopez. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Los Angeles. So it's the Bucks now. 4-point game. Bledsoe dishes to Lopez. Kicks it to Middleton. Outside Matthews. The 3. It's hauled in by Beverly. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers. Shot from free throw range. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Beverly. George has got 6.
Yeah, that might have been sped up a little bit for Paul George. He knew the defense was there, and he let it rip a little sooner.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and Giannis throws it down.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Well, the evolution of Brook Lopez continues as he is now a premier stretch 5. His three-point shot continues to get better and now a huge part of his arsenal.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for the Bucks. Williams scanning the floor. Lets it fly from 18. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. And Lopez bold enough to give himself a nickname.
Yeah, well, what was it? Splash Mountain or something like that? I guess he's earned it with the work he's put in on his outside shooting. More and more centers these days shooting the three ball.
Pretty much not a player in the league is going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
Outside Williams. Outside George. Stolen away. Here's Middleton. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Now it's a 7-point Milwaukee lead.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Williams gets the bucket.
Delicate with the floater there up over the top. It's like Lou Williams has shot that one before, Kevin.
Bledsoe outside. Pass to Middleton. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Harrell. Here's Lopez. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Lopez has got 7.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Outside Williams. Passes it to George. A reverse. Good. The nice assist for Williams. 8 points for Paul George.
Now that basket must be widening out right now, Kevin. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Antetokounmpo against Morris. Giannis passes to Bledsoe. Makes it off the glass. He's got 6.
Hey, Kevin, honestly, if I asked you, do you think Eric Bledsoe felt that at all at his size, 6'1", the way he's built? I don't think so.
Outside Williams. Lets it go with a 3. That shot is off. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. And stolen by Harrell. And here is Williams. Leonard on the wing. Leonard draws the double. And Harrell wide open. He shoots. And the 3 off target.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Connaughton. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Williams passes to George. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player, excellent at the free throw line.
And there's the pass to Ilyasova. .153 left to play in the first quarter. And here's Hill for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Now here is George. He's got 10. Outside Williams. Pass to Green. The dish to George. Just 5 on the clock. A second chance effort. It's blocked. Here's Hill. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
That was pretty clever right there, knowing how to finish, and you knew the contact was coming from somewhere.
Well, he's not a locked-in starter these days, but Brent, George Hill can be effective off the bench.
Comes in at the 1 or the 2 guard position, can guard the 1 through 3 positions, and because of George Hill and his massive amount of playoff experience, there's a lot of confidence in the coaching staff to get George out on the floor, and that he's going to make the right play at the right time.
Free throw drops for Hill.
Tremendous amount of excitement around the Clippers right now, and why not? 2 elite players that can play both sides of the floor. They were already talented and scrappy. You just wonder if this group, with some of the additions and subtractions, can come together in the same way that last year's group showed the type of cohesion that a team that wants to perform at elite levels needs to do.
The putback, it's good on the putback.
That reach is just ridiculous. Giannis easily beating everybody to the ball and then sends it back.
Shamet finds Williams. Poked away. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Williams picks him up. And that one's good by Giannis. Antetokounmpo's got 14 points.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
On the wing, Williams. It's good. He has 6. Bucks leading by 11. Now, Antetokounmpo. He's got 14. Just 3 on the clock. That one, no good. And so it's Milwaukee. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And pronouncing Giannis Antetokounmpo's name correctly has been a challenge for many, something he discussed before today's game.
The worst I've ever heard was my rookie year. A guy called me Antetokounmpo, and Kounupi in Greek means mosquitoes. So he basically said anti-mosquito.
And the mosquito, definitely not a good comparison for Giannis.
Yeah, more like a condor. But that last name certainly has a lot of people looking for nicknames.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And quite a position here for the Bucks to be in. What do you think, guys?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of
shots.
Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for the Clippers right now, we've got JaMychal Green. He's out there with Harrell, and it's Shamet in at the 2. First free throw is good. Brent, so many state-of-the-art arenas being built. Which feature do you think is most important?
Oh, the hot dog machine. What are we
and
doing,
popcorn, right
and
next
the
to it.
popcorn.
Hot
What
dog
else,
and
Kevin?
then the popcorn.
Yeah,
It's right there.
nachos.
I love nachos.
Okay.
You love nachos.
What else? I mean, what else could we go with there?
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Yeah,
That's
right?
a big one.
Because when you've done with all that other stuff, you've got to somehow kind of coat your stomach.
Yep.
You
Was
don't
this
feel better.
basketball related, or did we go somewhere else?
All
with
a part of the whole conversation.
I think we covered it.
Now here is Hill. Sweet little floater. Hill's got 5 now.
Yeah, we don't talk about George Hill being a slick ball handler, but on that play shows you maybe some of the things he's worked on in the offseason.
Here's Magruder. Shamet with it. Fires the 3. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Harrell against Hill. Back to Antetokounmpo. 14 feet away, and he drops that one in. Antetokounmpo's got the lead up to 13 now for the Bucks.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Chris Middleton was a first-time All-Star in 2019. Now, we all know that Middleton is one of the league's best shooters, but he had to adjust his game to a new system under coach Mike Budenholzer. Middleton said, "I guess that's what being an All-Star is, a team player and a complete player. Not playing for stats, playing for nothing else but to win." Kevin?
First-time All-Star and well-deserved. David, thank you.
One shot.
Well, in his rookie year, Dante DiVincenzo spent some time in the NBA and some time in the G League, and Brent got plenty of chances to learn on the fly.
DiVincenzo getting 27 games last year with the Milwaukee Bucks and a lot of experience in the G League. That's going to pay off, Kevin, as he's going to find out where it is. But when he gets into the game, he's going to have the most confidence. Mike Budenholzer and the staff have a program for him, and he's sticking to it, and he's ready to go.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo following the miss by Montrezl Harrell. Little turnaround. Count it. Giannis has got 4 this quarter.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Pass to Harrell. Shot to stop the run. And the rejection by Giannis. Clock at 6. Man, Antetokounmpo defending. Los Angeles with another miss.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
Now here's Korver. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. To the middle. Here's Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
Well, Harrell gets up there and he uses that long wingspan for the finish.
Giannis inside. Harrell on him. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
And, you know, the improvement we've seen over the last few seasons with Giannis is incredible. I mean, he just keeps adding to an already superstar level game.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Beverly's checked in. Free throw, no good for Antetokounmpo. And you know, Greg, this last season, Giannis improving on his rebounding and his passing.
Career highs for him in both of those areas. If he ever adds a deep shot, I'm not sure how you guard him at that point.
The Clippers have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Beverly. You often hear about players talk about their favorite spot to fire from on the floor. How much of an effect does that really have, the favorite shooting spot?
Most of the time, Kevin, what you're talking about is star guys, because they're the ones who ultimately in any given possession, the coach is trying to find that guy in that spot to do something. What happens throughout the course of a year is when that player has the ball there, everybody else knows what to do.
Right.
Like the player knows what he's going to do, right, Kevin? Because he's the star player. But everybody around gets comfortable with the options and where it is that he goes. If he goes right, if I slide right, I'm going to get the three. If he goes left, he's spinning back. I might move towards the top of the key. So the familiarity of not just the player, but the players around the player, that's where you can make it happen.
That's interesting. And the Clippers call time here.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Shoots from the baseline. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Hill against Beverly. Now here is Hill. Defense is right there and out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Ilyasova in the post, guarded by Green. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Beverly against Hill. It's stolen by Korver. Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
I don't know, 2 strides, 3 strides. What was that? Giannis covering some ground.
And here's Beverly. Passes it to Magruder. Now, here's Zubac. Over onto Antetokounmpo. No good from Zubac.
Well, he wanted to keep that shot from getting blocked, but in the process, he gave it no chance of going in because of how unbalanced he was on the fade.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Here's Beverly. Following the basket by George Hill. The pass to Green to the left side wing. Kicks to Beverly. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Shot clock at 5. Shot on the wing. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
When you are wrapped up that tightly in the mid-range, you are better off just moving the ball.
Yeah, that's one where you hope if he gets in there the next time, he makes a different choice.
Here's Beverly after the basket by Milwaukee. Pass to man. Here's Zubac. Now Beverly. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Giannis.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
Now here's Giannis. And that one drops for him. Giannis has got 26 points.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Here's Magruder. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Zubac. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought.
Well, the Milwaukee Bucks are just so strong in and around the paint.
Well, so good last year. The team was third in points in the paint themselves and first in points in the paint allowed last year. That means they got in there and then they defended it well. Tough as nails defensively, causes a lot of problem for teams who rely on chippies around the basket to get themselves on the offensive flow.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Brook Lopez is checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Matthews comes in for Kyle Korver. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Hill.
And thinking back to last postseason, the Clippers did not back down to the Warriors at all.
Well, LA was a much more physical team. I think they knew going in that the only way that they had a shot was to be disruptive, and they brought that on both ends of the floor, and that was going against a healthy Kevin Durant at the time. They took 2 games last year in that series, and the way in which they played, that spirit might have caught the attention of one Paul George and one Kawhi Leonard.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
Eric Bledsoe's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. So it's the Clippers now. Here's George. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. George double teamed. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by George. 10 points for Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a pass available there for Paul George, but he spots that small crease. He fires the ball through it, and he gets it to his open man.
Now here's Ilyasova. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Connaughton. And the layup's good off the glass.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Los Angeles has got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Here's Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And so little can be done to stop that. Leonard with the jets to screen down the lane, then tops it off with the thunder finish.
Now here's Bledsoe. He has 6. And he converts the layup. Bledsoe's got 8 points.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
George against Matthews. On the wing, Morris. Off target with his 3. Milwaukee in total control. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. Connaughton kicks to Ilyasova. Drains the three-pointer. Ilyasova's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The Clippers shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Passes it to Zubac. Inside, here's Leonard, and it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Bledsoe taking his time here, and there's the defensive 3-second call. The Bucks have made 3 of their first 5 foul shots tonight. And the technical free throw is good. Well, he coined the name himself last season. Brent, are you willing to call Brook Lopez Splash Mountain?
I am, but I think Brook Lopez was also looking for some kind of deal so that him and his brother could get free rides for the rest of their lives.
Williams, he's checked in for the Clippers. Here's Connaughton. 5 points in the game.
Get Bledsoe.
Bledsoe outside. Just 4 to shoot. That one goes in. That's 10 points for Brook Lopez.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Williams. 6 points for him. Down low, here's Leonard. Good. The nice assist for Williams. Leonard's got 8 here in the quarter.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
Morris against Middleton. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Well, at 235 pounds, Middleton is hard to throw off balance, so he can take that contact and still finish through.
Here's Leonard, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
That free throw good from Leonard.
Now, quiet is Kawhi Leonard, but don't let that mistake itself for a lack of competitiveness. He has that desire and drive to continue to get better.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's got 8. And Brent, when you watch Eric Bledsoe go to the rim, you just have to admire what an incredible finisher he is.
Well, Bledsoe, I think, has always relied on the fact that his physical stature, not in terms of his height at 6'1", but his width and strength allows him to go in there and be a bit of a bulldog, to get contact and to make things happen. So never has shied away from that.
First one falls for him.
Well, a fantastic year for the Bucks, and the future looks bright for this franchise.
A new arena in Milwaukee, a new practice site. First-year coach Mike Budenholzer changing the entire philosophy of what they did offensively and ending up in an MVP award for one Giannis Antetokounmpo. The fans showed up. A lot of excitement for the Milwaukee Bucks in the years to come.
And last season for the Clippers, it was a collection of smaller guys who played big.
Yeah, but very effective with those kind of lineups with shorter, very effective offensive players out there. And Lou Williams being a catalyst for what they were doing, coming off the bench and providing a spark. You know, in the fourth quarter, there was always an opportunity for the Clippers, if the game was close, to rely on Lou Williams to get the job done.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. It's going to be Middleton shooting. That's on Lou Williams.
Well, Chris Middleton's an interesting story. I remember when he signed his first extension and talking to, at that time, his head coach, Jason Kidd, that Chris was dealing with living up to the contract. I think after that first season went by, he settled back down. It got him into a position to earn this second contract. And now he knows where he belongs. He knows how important he is to the Milwaukee Bucks and their continued success and striving towards a championship for the city.
And that one falls for Middleton. And for Middleton, he was drafted in the second round by Detroit. Brent, they sent him to the G League, which he says was the turning point for him.
Well, I think he just got hungrier and realized there was a self-awareness part of this, that he needed to grow and he needed to maybe adjust some of his work habits. Went from an overlooked second-round pick to an NBA All-Star, Kevin. I would call that great focus. And now he wants to be a consistent performer on a nightly basis to lead this team to championship level.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Here's Leonard. Good for the basket, number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
Bledsoe finds Lopez. Back to Bledsoe. The pass to Connaughton. Shoots. It's not going to go for him. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Leonard on the wing. The tray. Sinks the three-pointer. Leonard's got 24 points.
Seemed to be laying in the weeds there in the first quarter, but now we're seeing him come out, put all the cards on the table, and ramp it up.
Williams with the steal. And it's sent back by Bledsoe.
6'1" guard, Bledsoe up there with the block. Wow.
Get open, get open.
46 seconds left here in the second. Shamet with it. No points in the game yet for him. Leonard, the pass to Harrell. Tipped away. Now here's Shamet. Shot clock at 3 from deep three-point range.
Still scoreless. You wonder if it's starting to get to him. And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Here's Bledsoe. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Wow, the energy from Bledsoe in this one, excelling at turning on the jets and getting to the basket.
And here is Shamet. Here's the 3. Offensive rebound. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in.
Good hustle from the big man there. Love seeing Lopez work hard, get down low, make a difference on this end.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. After a fantastic quarter, he's sitting on a double-double. And there's nowhere to go but up for him. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Chris Middleton. Chris, it seemed like you all were dictating tempo in the first half. How did you do that?
We're getting the stops, grabbing the rebound now, just trying to push it, try to get the best shot available.
Problem solved in transition. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He ended up with 26 points, 11 rebounds, and 3 assists. A solid performance already for him, and he might erupt in the second half if his last game is any indication of what we might see. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
We're seeing the Giannis effect. First player to ever finish in the top 20 in all 5 major statistical categories. Come on, man. Are you kidding me? It doesn't speak for his overall impact, but I just want to tell you that's impressive.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers?
Well, they got a ton of issues to work out. Allow way too high a percentage to be shot against them. Not really showing any.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
Yeah, guys like him love to stuff the stat sheet. He's doing it here.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Matthews and Middleton, the 2 wings. And it's Bledsoe in at the point. Morris against Antetokounmpo for the 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. Giannis has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Pass to Bledsoe. That shot missing. Great D that time from Leonard. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Beverly finds Leonard, and he comes up with the deuce. Leonard's got 26.
I mean, Kawhi Leonard, an MVP candidate. Why? Well, they're the reasons right there. One of the best two-way players we've seen in the past 5 years.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. And now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. And that will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do in the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Zubac kicks to Morris. Outside Leonard. To the paint. Here's Zubac. And he banks in the layup.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Well, Mike Budenholzer winning the Coach of the Year for the 2nd time, just has such a great mind offensively and came in with a new system for this entire roster, one that they embraced very early on. I think it was really important last year, training camp, establishing that type of confidence. It carried them through for the entire year.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Unselfish play there by Bledsoe. Does a great job scanning, noticing somebody's open, get them the ball.
Pass to Morris. He dishes it to George. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. And for the Milwaukee Bucks, Budenholzer, a big reason they were a top offense last season.
Well, we talk a lot about Bud ball, and you add Giannis Antetokounmpo in there, and Bud's ability to pair Giannis's unique skill set to the way that he wanted to play. They really changed a lot of what they did offensively, and it felt very, very seamless.
Down low, Bledsoe. It's hauled in by Beverly. LA has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverly trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Giannis drives in. Not going to go that time. Excellent D there from George. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Beverly dishes to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
I love the patience, the tactical mindset of Leonard. He's so good at picking his spots, especially on the pick and roll.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. And here's Matthews. Lopez kicks to Matthews. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Now, not where he earns his money, that 3-point shot, but he's a good shooter from that range if he's got space.
George passes to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Rebound, Milwaukee.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
George with the ball. He's picked up by Lopez. Here's Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. 32 points for Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, you see the touch inside from Leonard. Does a little bit of everything for this basketball team.
And Milwaukee calls their first timeout of the game. And perhaps the most shocking news of the NBA offseason, Greg, the trade of Paul George. Nobody saw that coming.
Took a ransom of draft picks to get him off the Thunder. Kawhi Leonard recruited him to join him on the Clippers, and Paul obliged by demanding a trade. Came together quickly and caused a major power shift in the West.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Lopez. Korver comes in for Chris Middleton. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And George Hill's subbed in for Eric Bledsoe.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And Beverly kicks to Green. Man, defended by Ilyasova. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First in the East and overall best record with those 60 wins last year. Just a great season and a great playoff run by the Bucks. Unfortunately, fell victim to a backdoor sweep in the conference finals.
For Los Angeles, they have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. And he makes the first. You know, Brent, the Bucks had never lost 3 games in a row all of last season until that Toronto series.
Think about how much that might impact what it is they rely on coming into this year, where they're not going to let that loss last year in the playoffs define them. It's a big learning curve. They had an opportunity. They were that close. They can hold on to that motivation all year long and get back to that opportunity this year in the playoffs. They'd be better for it.
And here's Hill for 3. They get it again. That one no good. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Just the level of power and explosiveness. Leonard just tenacious at the rim.
Hill against Beverly. Hill inside. 7 points in the game. Buries it down low. Hill's got 9.
Yeah, that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Knocks it loose. Leonard kicks to Beverly. And Hill over to help. To the inside. Magruder. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Too easy. With that kind of positioning, Magruder has no problem.
Here's Giannis. That one good for 2. Giannis has got 34 points.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Leonard, no luck.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious 2-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Bucks have gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime. Shooting 8 of 15. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Finished off the break. He's got 6.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Timeout. Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
And the Clippers call time here. Well, Ersan Ilyasova, a bit of a journeyman in the NBA, Greg, the last handful of seasons.
Good motor on the glass, and he can chip in for a 20-point game every so often.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Harrell, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Landry Shamet comes in for Rodney Magruder. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. The Bucks also with the sub. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Kyle Korver. Here's Green. Harrell trying to free himself up. Green, no luck.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
Shooting one.
The Bucks have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
Free throw no good for Giannis.
It's interesting as Giannis has grown in this league. The Greek Freak we know is so versatile, just competing to be one of the best players in the business.
Outside Hill. He kicks it to Ilyasova. Here's DiVincenzo. He's guarded by Williams. 5 on the clock. Here's DiVincenzo. Here's Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, Giannis has the hard hat on right now, going to work. So good, so long, and just terrorizing the D.
Shamet the pass to Williams. Inside, Green got a piece of it. Now the Bucks moving it up. Hill leading the charge. He's looking for Giannis and finds him. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
George Hill recognizing when his man was open, an effective pass that time.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Williams. Harrell trying to free himself up. And it's the Bucks on the break. Here's DiVincenzo. Pulls in another board. He hauls in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass. And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
The Bucks have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game.
One shot.
Now here's Williams. 6 points for him. Now the pass to Mann. On the wing, Green. Pass to Shamet. Here's Mann. 11 feet out and he hits it. He's got 8. Here's Milwaukee now. They're on a 17-6 run. And it's Hill penetrating. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
You know, George Hill making me get out a box of tissues. Sweet teardrop there.
Williams against Hill. Outside Williams. Shot clock at 6. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Williams has got 8.
I think the team is very comfortable with Lou taking these kind of shots.
It's Hill on the wing, guarded by Green. Hill, no good. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Mann passes to Williams. Double team on Williams. Clippers moving the ball around. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And to have someone, Brent, with the size and the strength of Green play with the energy he does, it's a huge boost to any team.
Yeah, lots of talk last year about JaMychal Green really stepping into his own, starting to really own what it is he can do. to impact any given game. He's a bit of a journeyman, has traveled around a little bit between San Antonio and Memphis, but his role with the Clippers last year really put him in a nice spot for him to show off his skill set.
Free throw drops for Green. George is checked in for the Clippers. And Milwaukee with a change here too. Brook Lopez is checked in for Ilyasova. And both free throws good for Green.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
So hard to stop down low. Giannis gets around the basket, and it feels like within 8 feet he's going to dunk just about anything.
There's 53 seconds left to play here in the third. Williams passes to George. From 13, it's hauled in by Giannis. Giannis is here's DiVincenzo. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 5 assists in the game. Pass to George. The 18-footer is right on the mark. George has got 12.
Well, when Paul George has that kind of length and then has the high release point that he does, very few people are going to get to it to block a mid-range jumper like that.
Passes to Hill. Now Lopez. He's guarded by Williams. The fadeaway. Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
A great feed by the center. Lopez is a solid passer. Maybe one of the better passing fives in the league.
Outside Williams. Takes a three. And the rejection by Giannis.
Like to see when an offensive player takes some pride in the defensive play. Nice job by Lou Williams sticking to his man there.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. He's looking to make history here today. Who knows how many points he'll end up with when it's all said and done. And we'll be right back after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, put the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Williams and Shamet are the guard set. Ivica Zubac is out there with Jermichael Green, and it's George in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. George double teamed, and the pass to Zubac. Here's Shamet, sinks the triple. Shamet's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Clippers.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Lopez passes to Giannis. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Here's Williams. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Williams against Hill. Pass to Green. George with the ball. George double teamed. Here's Shamet. Hill pulls it in. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Outside Williams. Jacks up a three. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
During his career, Lou Williams has been a decent threat from the three-point line, around 35%. Good at stretching out the court.
The drive by Hill.
Well, George Hill, the veteran guard, doesn't produce at the volume he once did. Still, he brings a lot of value to a team.
And he can't get the first one.
And the athleticism that George Hill can bring to the point guard position makes him impressive. He does it so well on both ends, especially when he's engaged.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Patterson comes in for JaMychal Green, and Rodney Magruder's subbed in for Landry Shamet. And then for Milwaukee, DJ Wilson, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo, and it's Korver in for Dante DiVincenzo. LA's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the 4th quarter. Williams finds Patterson. Pass to Zubac. Brown against George. The shot from the low post is good.
Think back to when Paul George entered the league in the 2010-11 season for the Indiana Pacers, a skinny kid. Not so much anymore.
Here's Wilson, and he dunks it down.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
To the middle. And there's Paul George on the assist by Williams. George has got 4 points this quarter.
He does a lot of work on the perimeter, but don't let Paul George fool you. He can finish inside.
Here's Hill. Finds himself wide open and drills it. And it's Williams with the ball for Los Angeles. Pass to Zubac. Back to Williams. George against Brown. Baseline jumper. Again, Los Angeles.
That's a reliable offensive option right there. Shooting with consistency as Paul George can get you from a number of spots.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. There's the pass to Brown. 4 on the clock. Deep 2 from Hill. Goes back up. The Clippers grab the miss. At the elbow, it's George. And it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, which ways tonight has Paul George not made an impact in this game? A one-man wrecking crew.
Hill kicks to Wilson. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Williams against Hill. Feeds it to Lopez. Stolen by Zubac. Here's Magruder. They grab their own miss. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
You can't be too physical with Patrick Patterson when he's aggressive. He's pretty good at picking up some contact.
That free throw missing.
Well, Patrick Patterson had some great years where he showed his three-point shooting prowess, but if he can get down into the post and score there as well, it's another option for their offense.
Eric Bledsoe's checked in for the Bucks. He hits the second from the line. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. The high post shot. No good off the back of the rim. For Los Angeles, they've gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The first one falls. He hits both from the stripe. Bucks shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. Korver passes to Wilson. Inside, Lopez. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Outstanding activity in the pick and roll by Lopez, using that impressive mobility to create space for himself.
Pass to Patterson. Dishes to Beverly. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Brent, as you know, there aren't many players that can set a tone for a team, but Patrick Beverly is one of them.
And Patrick Beverly always embraces that role about setting the tone defensively on an opposing team's point guard, making sure that tonight, if you're going to beat the team that Pat Beverly plays on, you're going to have to go through them.
2.
That's good from Beverly.
One of the better perimeter defenders in the game, and in the golden age of scoring point guards, Patrick Beverly doing his best to slow them down on a nightly basis.
And he can't hit the second.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
To the paint, and the dunk by Lopez.
At 7 feet tall, dunking is very easy for Lopez. Once he's this deep, the defense is in trouble.
To the left wing, here's Kevin Gelly. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And the first one drops. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And it's Bledsoe with the ball for the Bucks. Pass to Lopez.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Here's Wilson. Bledsoe outside. 6 on the shot clock. Fires for 3.
Nice to see Patterson make a difference on the defensive end of the floor, staying with his man.
Beverly wide open. They get it back. Tries again. Patterson, that's good.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Passes it to Brown. Bledsoe against Beverly. Bledsoe passes to Lopez. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And the fun-loving personality Lopez has makes him a likable teammate. It's clear that they love playing with him.
That's good from Lopez. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Clippers have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth.
And that fourth foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
Two shots.
That's good from Beverly. Second free throw, no good.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Now Korver kicks it to Bledsoe. The rebound by Patterson. Patterson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Down low, here's Kevin Gilly.
Good passing from Magruder there. That's a teammate kind of play.
Milwaukee has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Bledsoe. Over in the corner, Brown. Lopez left side. 5 to shoot. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Milwaukee. The Clippers have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. Here's Beverly. Wilson grabs the board.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
And there's the pass to Magruder. Back to Beverly. Pass to Mann. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Here's DiVincenzo. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Beverly feeling it out a bit. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And the first one at the line is good. Milwaukee making a switch here. Hill's checked in. And so he hits both. Here's DiVincenzo. Pass to Hill. They get a hand on it. George against Hill. George double teamed. Here's Zubac, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. Bucks leading by 23. Lopez with the ball. Ball's knocked loose. Bledsoe outside. Passes it to Middleton. The Bucks working the ball around. 6 to shoot. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating.
That's attacking the rack. That's Antetokounmpo on the take and muscled his way in.
1:52 left in the fourth quarter. George passes to Zubac. He kicks it to Leonard. The pass to Beverly. Leonard on the wing. Over Middleton. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got 12 points in just the second half.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Bucks.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Giannis.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. DJ Wilson comes in for Chris Middleton. Brown, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Eric Bledsoe. Free throw good. Giannis. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Pass to Patterson. Puts it up from 12. Again, Los Angeles.
Well, Patterson usually on the perimeter. This time down on the inside, doing a little bit of damage.
Here's DiVincenzo. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
And the Bucks making a change here. Korver's checked in.
Let's go.
George up top. He's covered by Brown. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
That's good from George.
Yeah, Paul George, not a guy you want to send to the free throw line. Always around 85%, sometimes even up to 90 from the charity stripe.
DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. To the inside. Korver, good.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Patterson. Rebounded by the Bucks. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Lopez outside. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.